back, folks. Well, not what we wanted to be doing. Willie and I are planning on checking our line tomorrow. We got weather coming in, supposedly snow, freezing rain, all kinds of crap. Just what we need for towards the end of the season to shut the beaver down, and who knows, we'll see what happens. But anyway, my truck, the starter went in it. It's been a few days now. It's been up to my father-in-law's shop waiting for a stupid starter to come in, and we set those traps yesterday. We came up and I told you we set a couple traps on a couple of the properties that we got phone calls to come back on. They were seeing beaver supposedly, so we said to heck with it. Went and set a couple traps on there to see what we can get, and hopefully it's not a bunch of little ones. But so I got my wife's car, and I'm trying to use a tote that's partly cracked. It's the only thing I got big enough to put them in, if there is any. And I got bags to try to line it with and all that fun stuff, because, you know, joyous occasions. But anyway, I got a phone call from one of the landowners up by one of the main bridges on the road. I've got one of the traps up there. Somebody was walking across the bridge, saw a beaver in one of my traps, and was having an absolute meltdown over it. And they threatened to call the authorities and everything else, even though I'm well within my legal rights to be where I am and set where I am. It's the best choke point for them right there to come through. I've got, I don't know how many beaver there now. I'd have to go back through the book and look, but multiples, as in probably close to 10 beaver in that one spot. But yeah, somebody threw a fit because they saw a beaver down at the bottom of the river, and I get that, you know, maybe you don't like it, but bottom line is we're within our rights to, you know, to do what we do. So I don't know. Now I may end up having to move that trap, and that trap's in a prime location, and it's just very frustrating to me. You know, I do try to be as nice as possible with people, but the flow of that river and the fluctuation of that river make it almost impossible to keep a set working as it is. That spot in particular seems to stay the most consistent, and it's the best choke point, like I said. So it's just a prime spot to be set at. And you know, I don't know, the rare occasion that somebody complains, you got to try to do the right thing. So I don't know, to me the right thing is, you know, I'm working for the landowner, I'm doing a job, but I get the whole public view and public whatever. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Leave me some comments in the comment section and see what would you guys do in that situation. Would you move the trap out of sight and have it in an area where it's either more rapid water or more fluctuating water, and you drop your chances from, you know, anywhere from 85 to 90% catch to 20, 15? Would you guys do that just to appease somebody? I don't know. So leave me some comments. I'd be curious to see what you guys think. I got my little helper with me. Gonna go check just these couple traps. We're not gonna go check the big line. The big line's tomorrow, so that's gonna wait. It's way off the main drag, so we ain't gotta worry about anybody complaining out there. But we do have to go check these ones right here, and we'll get that done and see what we got. Obviously, I've got a beaver if people are complaining, so I don't know what it is. I don't know how big it is. So we'll see in a minute. Oh, yep. Definitely got a beaver. And I haven't had any problems up to this point trapping here. We've trapped here for quite a while, back and forth. And now I'm kind of wishing I had a camera on this spot, because somebody has pulled it up and messed with my freaking trap. Anyway, at least the beaver in the trap's still here, but they had no right to touch this. I don't know why they did. They definitely did not have the right to do so. But beaver looks to be in good condition. Big 2-year-old. And get him pulled up out of there. Get this remade. and I don't know. I guess I should move it, but I really don't feel that I should be obligated to do so. I don't know, just very irritating to me. But you want to try to pull him up out of there? Go ahead. Got to get him up over that roof though. It's all right. Choke up closer to it. There you go. Now straight up. There you go. Good job. Keep on backing up. Back it up. Back it up. All right. Don't stick the bar up out into the roadway. All right. Well, let's see what we got here. Yep, way above the ankle. Good solid deep catch on the front foot. So that's good. We had a good catch on him. Good drowned on him. Plenty deep enough water. Just really irritates me that not only did somebody call and complain, but somebody also messed with my trap. So
that's probably why they could see it.
Very irritating. Good job pulling that up out of there, mister.
That's definitely why they saw it.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think that's why they saw it. Maybe. I don't know. That could be. Because usually it's down in there. But
it's gotta be too much.
All right, well, let's get this taken care of and we'll be back. Baby, be a simple kind of man. And I try to be a simple man as much as possible. I consider myself a pretty reasonable person. I consider myself a pretty nice person. I don't know if everybody else would consider me that or not. Don't know. But what I will tell you is I'll do just about anything for just about anybody until you give me a reason not to. Other than fucking with my kids, excuse my language, or my wife, or my animals, you want to get hurt, you want to screw around and find out with a guy that could end you from another zip code, mess with my traps and my lifestyle and my livelihood. Go ahead, try it. Like I said, I'm pretty easygoing. I do my best to help everybody. I do my best to go out of my way to help everybody. I do my best to teach people. You know, anything that I can do to better the community. You know, it's just get somebody that comes out there and just deliberately messes with your stuff because they just simply don't like what you're doing. You know, I should call the game warden and say, you know, I got a video. I get there and my trap's messed with and laying there. Report them. But we'll see if it happens again. I try not to do that kind of stuff. But unfortunately, not everybody has the ethics that some of us have. And sometimes it's a harsh reality, but like I said, at least my stuff was there. So as mad as I am, I can't be too awful mad. They could have ripped me off. So we're walking down this other side. We're going to see if we have anything else, and I'll get back with you. But I'm sorry about that rant. People really irritate me sometimes. All right, we'll be right back, folks. Oh, we're back. And I wanted to take a second to apologize if anybody found any kind of offense to anything that I was saying on there. It's very frustrating for somebody like me that doesn't have a ton of money, that goes out of his way to try to help people, to just have people mess with you. Again, like I said, I'm very thankful that my equipment was still there, the Beaver was still there, but the reason that we put them on drowners and the reason that we put leads on our 330s and things is so that they can get down in the water and out of the way. You got less chance of other animals getting to it and chewing it up, birds and things like that, and whatever else may be chewing on them, and other beavers coming up and biting on them this time of year. So you try to get them down out of the way. Plus it's a quick kill. So pulling it up and leaving it like that, sitting up out of the water, I could have got there and it could have been completely destroyed, or, you know, whatever. We can go on for days about it. It is what it is. It's very frustrating to me, and I apologize if I hurt anybody's feelings on that. So things, you know, happen, unfortunately, and things went from bad to worse. After we cut out, we checked 2 more traps, and one of the drowners, well, we had a drowner and a 330 on the other side of that river. It's an old trolley line, and the foothold was out of the water, not because anybody messed with it, but simply because the water level dropped some. It dropped probably 5 or 6 inches, so I had to readjust that trap. No big deal, you know. And then I realized that I didn't see that 330 on my way down through there, so on our way back, I'm looking and I find the spot where my caster mound is. The site is completely destroyed. I can't tell if we had a big beaver or possibly caught an otter in there, because otters, anybody that's ever caught an otter knows that they'll fight a trap to the very bitter end. I mean, they'll death roll, they go absolutely haywire in the trap. So second time this year, and I have no idea how it happened, we had a trap missing. It broke the wire off or ripped out the anchor point or something. I'm not sure exactly what happened yet. We're running out of daylight. So Willie and I, when we go to check our line tomorrow, we're going to spend, unfortunately, a significant amount of that time trying to find that trap. If there's an animal in it, it's got a 330 on it, which means it's probably in the bottom of the river. The problem is that whole stretch of river where that 330 is, all the way down to the culvert, and then beyond the culvert, is anywhere from 14 to 18 feet deep in a river. So it was so deep I couldn't see. I looked all around as much as I could, both directions, to see if I could find it laying on the bottom, because it would be easy enough for me to come back here and get my catch pole and go back in and try to fish it out. But however, we were unsuccessful. We could not find it. And as much as that sucks, it does happen. It goes to show that even with experienced trappers, things happen. And I'm thinking, I don't know 100%, I'm guessing that the whatever the animal was pulled where I had it anchored to, somehow or some form. I doubt that he broke that wire. That's very stout wire, and my guess is that the anchor point wasn't as strong as I thought, and that it let go, but I can't tell that from what little bit of time I had there. Plus I had my son with me, and it's a school night, so I had to try to get him home so he could have dinner, and I was just trying to do a quick check. So, but we'll update you more on that tomorrow. There's a very, very, very good possibility I might have lost that trap, might have lost that animal, and that's a gut-wrenching feeling when you're an ethical trapper to have a situation like that happen. It's like wounding a deer, you know, when you're out hunting and, you know, you're up all night replaying it back in your head, trying to figure out what could have possibly went wrong, and you do everything you can the next time you go out to try to exhaust all of your avenues on you know, retrieving what you can. And this may be a situation where it just doesn't work out. The current through there, right there in that spot, even though it's so deep, is crazy. It'd take a full-grown man, legs right out from underneath him, even on the bottom, and just drag you. It's a heavy current right there. One of my best trout fishing spots, actually. But it's so strong right there. That thing could be anywhere, literally anywhere. All I'm hoping is that we had a good solid catch on it, and that it is dispatched, and that it's not something where it's a situation with a suffering animal, because I can't stand that. So I do my best to set everything up so that when something's triggered, it's instantaneous. But everybody knows that things happen. So all we can do is hope for the best, and I will keep you updated on that situation, if and when we find anything or not. It's just a very, very unfortunate, very not what I wanted. I worked night shift. I haven't been up that long, only a couple hours, and this is what I woke up to. So this is not a good way to start a day. This is not, you know, I don't know, it is what it is, but as trappers, or as any kind of conservationist, you have to do everything that you can in your power to make that right. So again, if anybody was offended by what I said, I apologize. I will give you the shirt literally off my back if you need it, until you give me a reason not to. And that's the way I've always been. Anybody that knows me knows that. Always been that way. I've gone out of my way many times when I couldn't afford it to help people. But that's just who I am. So God bless everybody. I apologize that it's not a very exciting video, and that it's kind of crappy, and that I'm not in really a great mood, but that stuff happens. We're really short on time. We're running out of the season, and I'm trying to do everything I can as quickly as I can, but without sacrificing ethics. And that's what we should all be doing, no matter what. And just do the best that we absolutely can. Again, if you guys have comments, I'd love to hear from you guys. See what your thoughts are. I'm switching everything. I made the final decision after two, one recovery and one that we're going to have to try to find, incidents. I'm switching everything to 5 or 6 foot cables on all my 330s, no matter what, regardless, with quick links and swivels. So, lesson learned the hard way. Fool me once, fool me twice, right? I should have known better. I figured with that 14 gauge wire, you know, nothing have ever gone anywhere. But like I said, I'm presuming that it broke the anchor point. So if I run cables and wolf fangs or something along them lines, I minimize the chance of anything like that happening again, and that's what I will be doing. So I just don't like it. I don't like the feeling, and I'm not going to deal with that anymore. I'd rather know that I have a good solid hookup and that it's not going anywhere. Matter of fact, I'd rather it be sitting on the bank and get chewed up than lose it. So anyway, thanks for being here. Again, I'm sorry that this was kind of a shittier video, but please like, share, and subscribe. It's a heck of a time for me to be asking you guys to like and subscribe something that's kind of crappy, but I do appreciate everybody, and I appreciate all the support, and I hope everybody's having better luck than I am, and tight chains. We'll see you on the next one.